In this lesson, you'll see how workflow can automate and improve a business process. As with most business processes, the one in this example has several phases or life cycles that it follows from beginning to end. In order to access workflow from the main menu, click Open Workflow. And workflow will open in its own window. I'm going to maximize the screen here and pull this out a little bit. If the workflow option happens to be grayed out or not active, you may need to register your workstation for a license. To do this, please contact your on-base system administrator for help. Over to the left, you can see all the life cycles available to you. And because users will only see the queues to which they have rights, you may not have as many as I do. To expand a life cycle, just click on this little arrow to the left of the life cycle name. Below, this shows the different tasks or business processes in this life cycle. Basically, these different steps in the process are represented as workflow queues in this tree structure. Most documents enter at the top of a life cycle and work their way toward the bottom. For this example, I'm going to be working in this AR Outstanding Invoices life cycle. When you select a queue by clicking on it, such as this Current Invoices queue, you can see a list of all the objects that are currently in that stage of the business process. Workflow objects may include a document type regardless of the file format, workview data objects, or record management folders. To see all of the information for a given document, you can adjust these columns. To do that, just double-click on this blue line, and you can see that expanded a bit. So if I click on customer name, you'll notice that these are now grouped by customer name. Another great feature of workflow is that if a life cycle has been configured to do so, you can view the process graphically to see how the processes are routed. To do this, just click on the life cycle name. Up here at the top, the process flow button, just click on that. And in its own window, you'll see this process flow open. And again, this is a graphical depiction of the process of this particular life cycle. When finished viewing, click Close. When clicked on a specific queue, you can see the number of items in that queue, denoted by this item's number. You can see there are 12 documents in this queue. And to view any of these documents, just double-click, and you can view them below in this primary viewer. Notice that if you right-click on the document in the primary viewer, you still get the on-base right-click menu options should you need them. You can also reference related documents by selecting the document, right-clicking, and choosing cross-references. These cross-references will appear in their own window, and you can actually double-click on these and open them to view them as well. You've seen how to view documents, but let's get back to the actual workflow. Many processes happen automatically in workflow, which is called system work. But you can also manually make a routing decision if necessary. For example, if there's a situation or issue with this current invoice, there are some ad hoc or as-needed options. Let's look at these options down here by the items number. You could email a copy of this invoice if necessary, or send this to the Disputed Invoices queue, which you can do by clicking on this button. You might be prompted in the user interaction pane to enter some notes about why this is being disputed, and when you're finished, click OK. Watch what happens now. With that click, the document transitioned where it was told to go, from the Current Invoices queue to the Disputed Invoices queue, right here. To get back to the life cycles, click on the life cycle view. If we click on these queues, you can see that there are a number of invoices in these past due invoices queues. Did someone have to manually move each outstanding invoice once they hit 30, 60, or 90 days past due milestones? The answer is no. In the previous example, we manually made the decision to route a document to the disputed invoices queue. In this example, these are automated tasks, which means that the documents are automatically transitioned when they are 30, 60, or 90 days past due. In fact, many workflow tasks are automated and set up by your system administrator. OnBase evaluates the criteria on the document and automatically performs actions on the document without a human needing to take action at all. Obviously, this has just been an example. The important takeaway here is that in your OnBase system, workflow can be configured with options that help automate and improve any of your business processes.